I know your co-worker's trying to hide, but we got them there. That's good. We got them. So I'm not surprised at all when I saw early on there was lots of votes coming in for you guys. We should give a shout out now to others like Washt and Brooke Shoals and Beautyful by Jenny. It was lovely to see a lot of people voting. I don't know, in your case, were you surprised? Were you delighted? I don't know how you felt.
Of course I was surprised and I was delighted, and it was the best reward we can get. So thanks so much for everyone for voting for us. Every single vote obviously matters, and we really appreciate that. And as I said, it's the best reward we can get because there's so much hard work goes into helping every customer and running a small business, as you know, and myself and the girls, we always try the best to do everything we can. So seeing recognition that we won the best shop, it's incredible. So thank you very much.
It is an incredible shop when you look around. Have you ever lost a kid in here? Because there is a lot of spaces for kids to climb, and that idea too that young kids, I think in particular, didn't have a place to go like this, you know, forever it seems. And the idea, I would imagine, it makes a huge difference to families that suddenly they can kind of explore, and the kid themselves can figure out, this is what I love, this is what I want. That must be a nice feeling when you know kids connect.
Yes, of course. So whenever we have loads of kids, families coming in and kids running in, and sometimes they have to be carried out with tantrums and screaming. So it's amazing to see that they love the place.
It's a bit like the pubs. It'll happen in the pubs too sometimes.
Well, so ahead of them.
Yeah.
So it's really nice to see that the kids love it, but I guess knowing that the parents enjoy coming in here as well, and they know that they can get the best advice, and then we can help and look after them the best way we can means a lot. That they recognize that as well, as obviously kids can't vote, so the parents are the ones that are voting for us. So
I'm suspicious. A lot of votes in crayon. I think there was a lot of kids pretending to be over 18.
A lot of the whole little grace.
But that growth as well from having your own kind of like, you know, online, at home, your wooden toys, you can rent, you can buy, that sort of seed of an idea. Would you have guessed that it would grow to something like this?
Never. No,
Yeah.
It's incredible achievement. I'm very proud of. It's my baby. A lot of sweat and tears and hard work went into that, of course. I would have never thought so because it was COVID. I was at the kitchen table. There was loads of boxes. There was a stage we couldn't move around because all the deliveries were coming, and the people would come into my garden to choose the toys. That's when I moved out to the markets. That's when I thought, that's it, it's not enough, I need to go and do the markets. I was doing the Kilrodery, I was all the markets, and that's when I rented out the storage space as well. And then it just literally little by little started growing. And when opportunity came here with the shop, like, it's incredible and I love it, and it's just the best I can ask for.
We will give a shout out to Danielle Murphy, who started the shop with you, and she has her own beautiful line of pom-pom parrots, and she's doing all sorts now. But like anybody who's inventive and artistic, she's always got something good going on. But a big shout out to her. But also the growth of the shop itself, from being what then opening was two main kind of like outlets. Now you've got a great kind of like space for people all over Greystones to bring their goodies too.
So as you mentioned, I wouldn't be able to start that without Danielle. Thanks so much to her. I'd be grateful all my life because that would have not happened without her. So when she moved out, I didn't know what to do, to be honest, because I wasn't sure whether I'd be able to continue or not. It's a big ask. So I came up with the idea of renting space for the local businesses. Because I know how hard it is. I've done markets myself for over a year, and I know how hard it is to find a space to showcase the product, and I offered them shelf rental or rail rental where they can put the product and sell it to people directly. And I'm delighted I'm able to help some little businesses as well, because I know how hard it is.
And I know people love that too, because you know we're always aware that, especially somewhere like Greystones, but many places have a lot of artists, a lot of people who create, a lot of people have, like, you know, lovely ideas about how to furnish your house or what toys are made of. But the idea that you can actually go and physically sort of hang out and see them, because as much as online is great, there's nothing like actually seeing it, and you know the size is right, you know it looks right, you know, and it's same second delivery, which is nice too. You can actually just get it right there and then.
I find especially with the wooden toys, you can't see them online, you can't touch them, you can't feel them, you can't touch the grain, you can't see how nice they are. So being able to bring a customer in, show them, tell them what's the best, and of course online you have so much choice, of a lot of choice, that it's hard to choose. So sometimes parents are lost because it's the first baby, they don't know what to get. So if they come in here, we always look after them and we always suggest them, and we always, if we see it's not the right product, we will nicely try to explain to them that maybe that's not the right one, because we want them to be happy.
Sure.
Like we want the kids to be happy, and we would always do our best to look after them in the best way we can.
And of course that cuts out a lot of waste, because when I think about people buying online, there's often like a problem with it. They have to return it, or it doesn't quite fit, or it doesn't quite, you know, match up to what they thought. So the waste of time, the waste of energy, and it is kind of messing with, you know, this return system which some people live on is a really kind of, you know, it's not nice for the environment.
In the shop as well, you know, it can happen everywhere.
But I mean, physically it's fine, but I just think all this posting back and forth of products and all that, it's a little bit of a you know, an eco waster, because you've got that chain now that happens just automatically. People buy a dress, they send it back, they buy another dress, they send it back.
It doesn't fit, or it's not right, or we don't like it.
But everything here fits, and you know it is, because you can try it. I'm going to embarrass your, what's the name of your co-worker?
Jen.
Jen? Just want to embarrass you again. There you go, lovely chavly. But just also to see that you have so many things, so many beautiful things here.
And we do the rentals, so I always think that the toy rental is one of the best things that you can, before you commit to buy, before you commit to spend big money on something like a rocker or climbing frame that is expensive, we always can try them. So you get a chance to try them before committing to buy. And that's your zero waste.
And
so
kids will let you know pretty quickly what really kind of works for them.
And I find either they get bored, or they know it's a keeper, they love it. So there's no waste. Obviously we promote zero waste, sustainability, eco-friendliness as much as we can. So all our packaging we always reuse, reduce. The girls know there's tons of boxes upstairs, because I love, if I need to post something, I'll reuse the box and all the packaging. So that's just at the core of the business.
Well, I will say congratulations. It was a lot of people voted for you. It was a lovely kind of reaction to it.
Well, thanks to everyone who voted, because that's without them, that of course we wouldn't have been able to achieve that. Thank you to every single person. And if you haven't been to the shop, please pop in and see, and we'll do our best to look the best way we can.
I got to finish by embarrassing your co-worker here now. I'll go right up to that. She's just hiding right here. Where is she? Oh, she's in there. I can see. There we go. Beautiful.